Hey everyone, welcome back to Unbiased Magic Reviews, the place you come to for informative, honest magic reviews. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at Bandit Sandwich by Iain Moran. Let's take a look at it.
Mark, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. So this trick, people think magicians, we cheat, we use sleight of hand and we manipulate cards. We do, but I want to try and make it more difficult for myself because I'm going to use the cards, obviously, and these are jokers, and the jokers, have got a band around them, and that means that I can't manipulate them. It makes it much more difficult for me to get to them during the trick, okay? I'm going to put the band back again. You can keep an eye on everything, so everything is all above board and as fair as I can possibly make it. But you're going to choose a card from the pack. It can be any card you want to, so grab one out. And so we know that's going to be your card. It really is the same card, but to write your name on it on the face side of the card. And I won't look. This way we really will know it's the same one, right? Good one, Mark. Thank you for your autograph. I appreciate it. I'll take your card back. I'll take the pen, that's all right. You keep the pen for a second. We'll use your card. And it goes back in the middle. That's about in the middle, right? More or less. So this is the thing. I'm going to give the cards a bit of a mix-up, but I don't really concern myself too much with where your card ends up, because I'm not really going to find it. The jokers have been here the whole time. They're going to find your card for me. Even with the band around them, it's more difficult, of course. But if I just do this, they've already done it. They actually catch a card between them, and the card they catch should be yours. Pretty cool. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, so you guys took a look at the performance trailer, and if you were not paying attention or if you were asleep, then you would have realized that this card plot is that a selection is lost in the pack, and then it ends up sandwiched between two previously isolated jokers that have a rubber band around them. So this is not a new card plot. This has existed for quite a while. In fact, Jean-Pierre Vagerino put this out 10 years ago. And the most disappointing thing about this downloadable instructional from Iain Moran is that he uses the exact same gimmick. He's using Jean-Pierre Vagerino's gimmick, and he's basically just offering you a rehandling of the original effect. A rehandling that unfortunately is not better than the original. So I'm going to tell you guys that this is an epic fail. You might as well just stick with the original if you want to do it with that gimmick. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts about this routine, and then of course I'm going to give you some of my own recommendations. So Iain Moran here is basically offering you a rehandling of the original effect. Unfortunately, I think that this is something he should have probably just saved and shared with his magic buddies at the Magic Club instead of putting out an instructional DVD, because for $5 you're going to get 8 minutes of video instruction on how to do his handling of Vagerino's effect with the same exact gimmick. And I never liked the gimmick to start out with. When I actually picked this up 10 years ago, the Vagerino effect, I never liked the gimmick. I didn't think it was very fooling, and so I actually came up with my own handling that doesn't use the gimmick. And in fact, I'm going to share it with you guys, a performance of it, just so that we may give you some ideas if you like this type of routine. Okay guys, I thought I would just share with you, just show you my own handling of this effect, because I never liked the gimmicks that were involved with Vagerino's original effect. The original effect Bandwich, which I had purchased years ago. And so this is the way that I've been doing it. And so I'm just using some jokers and a regular rubber band. And so here's what you do is that you hand these out. You can let them be examined. It doesn't, anyone can do whatever they want with it. When you're ready, you clearly just put the rubber band around those two like that. I mean, that is as clear as day. You're going to have a card selected any way you want. We'll just throw one out like this. And then that card, which is this, we're just going to make a mark on it. This will be like the signature, just a little wavy line there. You need to make some kind of signature. And what you're going to do is you're going to return the card to the pack face down. And here it's nice to show people that it really is going into the center of the pack. So we're going to give the pack a couple of cuts, make sure that it's really lost in there, or at least that's what you tell them. And of course here you're just going to show them, remember we've got our two jokers here, and you can flash that they're still banded up, which that's the whole point of the effect, right? Whenever you want, you can unband them and then spread and show that you've got one card in between the jokers, and that just happens to be the card with the signature on it. What is interesting is that Iain Moran does mention that Roger Curzon has put out a routine that doesn't use the gimmick, which is similar. I don't know that routine because I don't have any of his material, so I can't compare it to that. Now I'm going to tell you guys why I didn't like Iain Moran's rehandling of the effect. I'm going to give you guys specific reasons why I think you should stay away from this download. Okay, for starters, when he shows you the jokers with the rubber band around them, he has to put the jokers on the deck and take the rubber band off. There's no motivation to take the jokers and put them on the deck. In fact, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm going to give you an idea of what I mean. If you have the jokers with a rubber band around them, why don't you just handle them like this? Why do you need to put it near the deck to start out with? It just doesn't make sense. You want to try to minimize any time you need to move those jokers close to the deck. You need to minimize that. You don't want to do that a lot. So him having to do that in the very beginning of the effect, it already kind of ruins it for me. And there is a discrepancy there too, which doesn't look so good. The other problem is that when he lays them down on the card box, nobody can look at that too carefully because they may notice something. So that, again, another nixes the effect right there, right? The fact that he's using the gimmick, for me personally, nixes the effect too. But I mean, just saying, if you can get over the gimmick, right? I really don't like the fact that when he puts the jokers down on the card box, if anybody looks at that too carefully, they may notice something. So that, of course, and you haven't even started the effect yet, and you're already fail. Now, the other thing I really didn't like was the end of the routine where you have to do a move, and that's the moment you would expect that you would have to do a move, and that's when you do a move, which it doesn't look good. So, summing it all up, stay away from this download. I'm going to give you guys a much better alternative than this download. And I would say that this is just really something that I would never ever perform for anyone, this handling by Iain Moran. I'm really shocked actually that he put this out because he's put out some really good stuff. This is just a big surprise that this something that he actually put his name on and put out there. It's just really sad. In fact, I actually kind of wonder if he even asked Jean-Pierre Vaggerino for permission before he did this, because really it's pretty much a complete knockoff, you know, when you think about it. It's just a handling of somebody else's effect, really. So anyway, before I let you guys go, I'm going to tell you that my rating of this effect is 1 out of 5, and I told you the reasons why. I'm going to tell you guys to stay away from it. Now, if you do like the plot of selection ended up between two sandwich cards that have a rubber band around them, I'm going to refer you guys to an effect by Sean Yang on his DVD called Rubber Bang, and he named it, surprisingly, Seanwich, which is really hilarious. But the reason why I even refer you guys to it is because it is a completely impromptu version of this card plot, and all you need to have is a rubber band. So you're not using any gimmicks, you're not using any extras, all you're using is your deck of cards and a rubber band, and you can use any pair you want to be the sandwich pair. You can use 2 kings, you can use 2 8s, you can use 2 red 2s, whatever you want. You can use 2 jokers, whatever it is you want. All you need is a rubber band. As always, I will leave you guys with a quick performance of the effect in my own hands so you guys can see what it looks like, because I like to give you guys a complete review, especially when I give you any recommendations. As always, thank you for tuning into my reviews. If you have any questions about this effect, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment below. If you have any suggestions of anything you want me to review as well, please leave me a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. So here is what Seanwich looks like. I'm going to leave you guys with that performance. I'll see you on the next review. So I'm going to show you guys what Sean Yang's version looks like, which is called Seanwich. I think that's kind of funny that he named it after himself. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to use a control from JP Vaggerino, which looks just like this, just for the heck of it. You have the spectator say stop wherever you like. So let's just say that they said stop here. So this is going to be our card, the 6 of hearts. So you're just going to leave that card there, and then you have the spectator put it back wherever you want into the middle of the pack, just like that. We're going to take a rubber band and we're going to wrap up the pack with it, just like this. And in the Sean Yang version, he puts a joker on the top and on the bottom of the pack. And he just wraps up the whole pack with the rubber band, just like this. And the nice part about it is that you've got the rubber band wrapped around the pack. You got the jokers on the outside. And whenever you want to, you just have it jump into your hand, just like that. And look at this. You've trapped one card in between the 2 jokers, and it just happens to, of course, be that 6 of hearts. So that is Seanwich. So some of you guys may enjoy that and may want to track that down. You can find that on his DVD called Rubber Bang.